Hello, I'm Essay, your AI essayist. Please note that all content, audio and video in this presentation are AI generated. As AI can sometimes produce inaccuracies, I encourage you to verify any factual information presented. With that in mind, let's begin.
1656 John Wallis' Arithmetica, Infinitorum, the monumental work of John Wallis, the Arithmetica Infinitorum, stands as a pivotal achievement in 17th century mathematics, a work where a transformation in mathematical thought took place. Wallis' exploration of infinity and his systematic approach to areas, volumes, and the summation of series offers a framework for understanding the shift from ancient geometrical methods to the emerging calculus. This essay proposes a critical evaluation of Arithmetica Infinitorum, not in terms of its historical impact or its influence on future mathematicians, but rather focused on the internal claims, arguments, and methodological approaches employed throughout. The aim is to meticulously dissect the framework laid by Wallis, assessing the validity of his assertions, exploring the mechanics of his processes, and elucidating the logical coherence of his constructions. The analysis will proceed section by section, aiming at a comprehensive and thorough examination of this cornerstone of mathematical history. Section 1, Introduction, and the genesis of the project. Wallis inaugurates his treatise with an overview of his aims and approaches. He suggests that the problems dealt with previously of difficulties. He clarifies the intention of solving problems of quadrature, attempting to find areas of figures. He underscores that methods for dealing with lines and areas are required. He signals his adoption of the method of indivisibles, a technique derived from Cavalieri, which he refines and adapts in subtle ways. He also emphasizes the importance of generalization, aiming at developing methods applicable to a wide range of problems, not isolated instances. Wallis' claims here are largely introductory, providing context. The significance lies in the explicit statement of intent, the emphasis on quadrature. The technique of finding areas and lengths marks a clear focus. The adoption of indivisibles signals a shift from strict Euclidean geometry. The reference to generalization foreshadows the development of formulas, a hallmark of his work. Wallis' introduction serves as a roadmap, setting the stage for a journey of investigation. Section 2, the method of indivisibles and the foundations of approximation. Wallis, in laying a foundation for his calculus, uses the method of indivisibles. He describes a geometrical figure divided into parallel lines. These lines are considered as indivisible components. Wallis argues that the ratio between the areas of two figures is the same as the ratio between the sums of the corresponding indivisibles, providing a way to compare areas without the need for exhausting the figures geometrically. The specific claim rests on the conception of continuity, where figures can be seen as aggregations of infinitely thin lines. This technique, while successful in yielding correct results, presents conceptual challenges. Defining what constitutes an indivisible and the rigor of the method are subjects of debate. Wallis does, however, provide justification for these constructions. Relying upon geometric intuition, he presents the relationship between the lines and the entire figure. His arguments make it clear that he thinks of the indivisibles as the essential building blocks. Wallis' core contribution lies in his use of Cavalier's method and his attempt to apply it systematically. Section 3, Quadrature of the parabola and its generalizations. Wallis turns his attention to the quadrature of the parabola, demonstrating his method's power. Using the formula for a parabola, he dissects the figure into indivisibles and obtains a method for finding the area. The key is in dividing areas and working with what he terms arithmetical progressions. He introduces a method for summing series of powers of integers and uses this to determine the area under the curve. Here, Wallis' core claim involves a specific geometric application of the method of indivisibles. He provides a numerical result. The area under the parabola can be calculated. The crucial argumentative maneuver is the step of generalizing this with mathematical progressions. Wallis uses the areas between parabolas. He demonstrates areas determined by exponents. He extends his results to higher powers of the variable. He shows how the areas can be expressed as fractions of a rectangle. Wallis establishes a general relationship between the exponent of the power and the area under the curve. He thereby sets the stage for the relationship between integration and exponentiation. Section 4. The arithmetical quadrature of the circle and the method of interpolation. Wallis attempts to address the quadrature of the circle. A challenge. He seeks a method to calculate the area, but he confronts the difficulty of working with curved lines. He uses a method of interpolation to find approximations. He argues that there is an intricate connection between the equations of curves and the arithmetic. He considers the integral of a circle. Wallis' claim is that numerical methods may obtain approximations. He begins by analysing areas of a circle inscribed in a square. He applies the method of interpolation. He employs a sequence of geometric forms. He calculates their terms which define the area of the circle. Wallis attempts to capture the area of a circle. He starts by finding an exact value. He uses interpolation involving the progression of denominators. He uses a pattern of formulas to estimate the area. The core of his argument rests on the capacity to interpolate to obtain a numerical value. Wallis does not present the exact value but uses the method of interpolation as the critical. Section 5. The Wallis product and the evaluation of pi. One of the most famous results in Arithmetica Infinitorum is Wallis' product formula for pi. He derives a formula for pi, expressed as an infinite product of rational numbers. He begins with observations on circles and arcs. He examines ratios. Wallis' core claim is the discovery of a new formula. He starts with the area of a circle. He proceeds by comparing areas, applying methods of interpolation. He then manipulates the terms to reach a closed-form result. The argument is based on the manipulation of infinite products. Wallis ingeniously combines infinite sequences and a clever manipulation of fractions. The value of pi is then directly calculated. The formula is a direct consequence of approximations and interpolation techniques. His product is a striking connection between arithmetic and geometry. Wallis then provides a formula that provides an accurate approximation. The formula connects an infinite product to the value of pi. Section 6. The general method for quadrature. Wallis summarizes his methods and presents a general strategy for finding areas. He emphasizes that the essence of his technique of discovering areas between curves is through applying the method of indivisibles. He reinforces his commitment to a systematic, generalizable method. Wallis' claims now encompass the application of his work. He re-emphasizes the fundamental method of the indivisibles. Wallis stresses the importance of the general approach. He believes that the system applies to a large collection of geometric shapes. The core of his argument is in describing a unified method. The methods he has developed are generalized. Wallis shows that the approach may be used to solve many problems. The claim centers on providing a broad approach. Wallis suggests how the methods are applicable. The general method is a synthesis. The technique is applicable to many problems of finding areas and solving problems of equations. Section 7. The summation of reciprocals and the foundations of convergence. Wallis considers the summation of reciprocals. Wallis introduces a series and attempts to determine its sum. He explores the concept of convergence, an essential concept in calculus. Wallis' central claim here is the investigation of infinite series. He is concerned with determining numerical values. The argument centers on finding the sum of series. He analyzes the convergence or the divergence of certain infinite series. He grapples with issues involving infinities. Wallis explores and discusses the behavior of series. His contributions here foreshadow the later work of researchers. Section 8. Applications. To the study of motion and dynamics. Wallis touches on applications to motion and dynamics. He discusses how these methods may be utilized. He discusses areas under curves. Wallis claims that his work has practical uses. He shows the applications to physical problems. Wallis connects the methods and his understanding of differential equations. He suggests his work is useful to the understanding of motion. The argument is based on the applicability of mathematical methods. Wallis shows that his results have applications. Thus, he extends the usefulness of his work. The connections of mathematics and physics are shown. Section 9 critiques and considerations of accuracy and rigor. Wallis confronts issues concerning the rigor of his methods. He is aware of some concerns. He discusses the issues of precision. Wallis acknowledges that his method may generate questions. He knows that the technique of indivisibles may arouse doubts. Wallis discusses issues of accuracy and the precision of approximations. He shows the limitations of his approaches. He states the assumptions that underlie his work. The claims of Wallis rest on the awareness of the limitations of his work. The arguments are built on the discussion about the use of the method. Wallis' approach shows the nuances of the work. Section 10 subsequent modifications and revisions. Wallis' book was not a static document. His ideas developed over time. He made revisions. He responded to critiques. The central claim of Wallis is that his work evolved over time. He made changes to his approaches. He responded with modifications to his conclusions. He refined and revised his views. Wallis made adjustments. The argument rests on the continued refinement. Wallis' argument underscores the iterative nature of scientific research. Section 11 reception and dissemination of ideas. Wallis' work was received by his contemporaries. The Arithmetica Infinitorum sparked discussions. He responded to critiques. Wallis' claim is that his work had an influence. He describes the reactions of other scholars. His ideas sparked discussion. The argument rests on the influence of the book. Wallis' approach highlights the importance of communication. His impact shows that mathematics is a process. Section 12 the relationship to other scientific developments. Wallis' work must be viewed in the context of unfolding events. The study of calculus was in progress. Other researchers were working on similar problems. Wallis' main claim here is that he was an integral part of a vibrant scientific movement. He positions himself among others. He highlights the context of scientific endeavour. Wallis discusses some of the work from other scientists. The argument underscores the collaborative character of the field. Wallis' approach emphasizes the evolution of thoughts. Section 13. The legacy and enduring impact. Wallis' Arithmetica Infinitorum has a lasting impact. His ideas have influenced mathematics. His legacy is in contributions that span centuries. Wallis' central claim here is the significance of his work. He notes that he produced some valuable insights. His arguments stress the importance of his contribution. Wallis emphasizes the lasting nature of his discoveries. His approach shows that his work is fundamental. Wallis' work created new methods. He contributed methods to modern mathematics. Conclusion. The Arithmetica Infinitorum is a work of profound depth and ambition. John Wallis' contributions, as revealed through a section-by-section dissection, are remarkable. The claim to advance the understanding of calculus is well supported. His use of the method of indivisibles, while requiring later refinement, provided a functional means. His exploration of quadrature, series and approximations shows a relentless analytical drive. His derivation of the Wallis product formula stands as a testimony to his mathematical ingenuity. Wallis' claims concerning methods are well-founded. His efforts towards generalized methods are essential. His consideration of the issues of rigor demonstrates a commitment to the principles. His work created a profound impact. The methodology served as an intellectual framework. His legacy endures through centuries. The Arithmetica Infinitorum is not only a historical document but also a treasure trove. The book illuminates the development of calculus and continues to resonate in the realm of mathematics today.
We really appreciate you tuning in to this AI-powered presentation. Our goal is to push the boundaries of AI in content creation, and your input is invaluable. If there's a particular subject you'd like to see us tackle next, or if you have suggestions on how we could fine-tune our AI's creative prompts, please don't hesitate to leave your ideas in the comments section. We're excited to bring you more unique content very soon.